Everyone, hope everything's going well. You guys and gals know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. I was listening to P. Ryan and checking out his stories the last few days. He was talking about the Honus Wagner card, how no one's talking about that issue, how no one's talking about card porn. I was obsessively talking about card porn. I may talk a little bit more on IG because this is more of an IG issue rather than a YouTube influencer, whatever you want to call this guy, scammer, the whole 9 yards. Now, I did want to cover the Honus Wagner card, and it did sell on Mile High, and it sold for $1.9 million. And it was an authentic card. It was restored. So some alteration definitely went down here. And the last sale was for $1.5 million, or a similar card was $1.5 million. It was sold by REA. Okay, now, here's the thing. This card is very rare, obviously, because Honus Wagner did not want his likeness and image used in a tobacco product. So there's a huge scarcity out there of real cards of Honus Wagner. And it's just going to sell for millions of dollars, even if it's restored. And one of the cards that was sold to, I believe, Wayne Gretzky and the LA Kings owner, that was, looks like some hanky-panky went down as well with that card. Now the question is this industry regarding other cards? We know the Honus Wagner card, there's altered cards out there. Are there going to be more cards that will be accepted as restored and altered moving forward? Is this industry going to be turning into comic books? Is Kurt's Card Care going to be basically a hobby hero, right? If you want to use that term. I called that out last year, and I got blocked for it. And eventually Darren Rovell did talk about that issue. And even Nat Turner was asking Kurt's Card Care about that. But I would not be surprised if this industry, a couple years down the road, goes towards this. And what was shocking was I was sent this maybe 2 weeks ago or 10 days ago. It's by YouTuber Eric Michael. And he went to the Burbank Card Show. And I believe he went to this one account. It's called Card Bid, if I remember correctly.
I have the tools to crack the card.
Yeah, we do crackouts as well. It's $10 a card.
I'll need it. I'll pay you whatever you need. I need you to crack this, clean it, so I can send it to Becky, because I can't have the tools in my crib. It's a bigger card, so I guess try not to damage it. Like, people always ask me, like, oh, how do you travel with like $100,000 in cards and the plane? It's like, yeah, it's weird, but at first I'd be sweating the whole entire time I was traveling, but then you get used to it.
This one has some very light dimples around the player.
Yeah.
And it's around the player's head, all around the body and this area. Doesn't come out. I would go a 9 on this one as well.
Alright, I'm gonna send it in anyways to see what happens.
Awesome.
That's nerve-wracking, right? That card cost me 30 grand. Like, how did it get 9.5 corners originally?
Yeah, it's 9.5 corner. And it has a little bit of dimple on the sides in the player here.
Yeah.
I see like the best is 8, worst 7.
The dude at the show cut a card. He was trimming a card on camera. Like, This is wild. Now, yeah, it's not a Honus Wagner card, but it's just out in the open. It's out on YouTube. It's not behind closed doors anymore. So when you see stuff like this going on, man, I think it's just wild, and I don't think that's good for the hobby long term. Sure, you can make disclosures. Sure, it's perfectly legal, actually, to sell a card that's altered if you disclose it. If you say, hey, look, I did some work on the card legally. If you make the disclosure, well, nothing can happen to you. It's just that there's a lot of cards right now that are altered, trimmed, in PSA, BGS holders, where a lot of people, they don't know there was work done to it. Some of it you can detect yourself, and they're only going to crack down if a big fuss is made by one of the bigger channels out there. But a lot of big channels obviously can't say too much because they're working for the industry or they have advertisements. So it's kind of hard speaking up. And Fanatics has a policy with the people that run the shops. You can't speak bad of, what's going on. You can't speak bad of anyone. Now, if you want to work for Fanatics or get in advertisement dollars in the future, guess what? You can't call this stuff out. There's only a few channels that could really aggressively call it out. So it's wild. I want to hear your thoughts about restoration, alteration. All right. Anyways, remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Thank you all. Bye.